Welcome to the Lazarus Pit. Hashtag nerds chatting. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome everyone. Do you do that?
I do that.
You do that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Welcome everybody to Lazarus Pit Pod comic book review video. We're back. We've been away for a little while. My name is Nathan. I'm your host. Hello, Ben.
Hello Nathan.
This is Ben. Hello, everyone.
This is Nathan.
Back by popular demand. We kind
Well,
of
two people asked us where the video
popular
is.
demand. Yeah. So a few people had said to us like, the videos you're doing, yeah, great, but where are the comic book reviews? So here we are with some comic book reviews.
You know who you are.
You know.
Paul Wilson. Oh yeah. Name dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday for the other day, by the way. Sorry, carry on.
So what we're going to do now, because it's really a lot of work, we're going to do monthly comic book reviews. 3 comics from the month that we've read and that we are highlighting as really great comics that we really enjoyed.
Yes.
So this month, they're not necessarily from this month.
Well, I have 2 comics this month, and one of mine is.
So go for it. Jump in.
Am I jumping in
Yeah,
first?
do it, yeah.
Right, okay. So I follow a YouTube channel called Comic Book Girl 19. If you do not follow her, I implore you to go onto YouTube and just type in Comic Book Girl 19. She's got a great YouTube channel. She does all sorts of bits and pieces. And she did one on The Vision, which is my comic book of the month, or one of my comic books of the month. So this is written by Tom King and drawn by Gabriel Hernandez Walter.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it's about The Vision.
Tom King, who is starting on Batman soon.
Yes. Now, he is predominantly a DC comic book and Vertigo comic book writer. Basically, he writes for those guys. And it's quite interesting that he's brought his DC sort of background to a Marvel comic. And it is absolutely brilliant. And I got onto this from Comic Book Girl 19. She did a video on this, like a 2-minute video, about how great this comic book was. I think there were like 5 issues out at that time. So I was like, well, I'm going to speak to Jim at Final Frontier. And see what we've got. He had them all in stock because for some reason you guys aren't buying them. I do not know why. This is a great comic book. The Vision has created himself a family. He's created himself a wife.
That's a little creepy.
And it goes into that.
Right,
And
okay.
it is creepy. So the Vision is a synthesoid. He's created a synthesoid family. They are dealing with picture the film American Beauty. So they're dealing with sort of like neighbours who really want to be nice but really like hate them. They're dealing with hatred. So like they're being told to go home, socket lovers. And it's incredible. And they're like possibly covering up a murder, and it's absolutely brilliant. 6 issues have come out. So the 6th issue came out this month. And I literally could not. I bought this comic book a couple of weeks ago from Final Frontier, and I literally read the lot in one sitting. You've got your hand up. This is not at school.
I've got a question.
Go, hit me.
What's the continuity? Where is it? Is it current continuity?
It's current continuity.
So it's post Secret Wars,
yes.
but not. It's not. It's in its own.
No. There's a little scene with someone who may or may not be linked to Scarlet Witch visiting the Avengers, and in these Avengers you have
okay. So
you've got Spider-Man. You've also got Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man in the 616 universe,
and you've got Falcon Cap, and things like that. Okay, so it is current continuity.
Yeah, really a nice little touch. I'm pretty sure it's a nice little touch. They live at 616. Their address is 616, wherever it is. So basically, the Avengers have made the Vision liaison with the White House, working with the White House and the President. And it's so clever, and it's really dark and eerie.
Without spoiling,
yes.
Are these creatures that he's created, these other robots, are they...
Bit racist, but okay.
Are they...
They are synthesoids.
Are they part of his hive mind? Are they? Is he one being? Are they parts of him, or are they new individual characters? Or is that spoilers?
Possibly spoilers.
Okay, right. No, hold on.
So the Vision has the brainwaves of Wonder Man. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's
Simon,
quite pertinent in how the story develops.
Okay.
I don't want to go into it too much. It's very good.
Yeah.
And it's probably my favourite comic book at the moment, other than the one that's coming up next.
Okay.
I love it. I cannot say it enough. So 6 issues have come out. There'll be a trade out soon. Go and buy it. The Vision. It's brilliant. Thumbs up. There you go. Sorry, I got
Okay.
quite excited there, but that was
No, that's fine, that's
it's
good.
a great comic book.
My first one is Mockingbird. Now,
Oh yes, yeah, okay.
I talked about Mockingbird issue 1 a while back. Written by Chelsea Kane and drawn by Kate Nimzik.
I seem to remember you struggling with that last time we talked about
so
that.
this is Mockingbird number 2. It's just really fun.
Okay.
Marvel are doing this thing at the minute where a lot of their B characters, they're sort of side characters. Vision, Power Man, Iron Fist, Mockingbird, let's say Black Widow, maybe. Some of the ones that aren't maybe top tier characters. Their books, they're just doing whatever they want with them, and they're turning out some really fun, interesting stories.
Yes.
And I was resistant to go into them because for a long time I haven't read Marvel for a long time, so I've only just recently got back into it, and I was like, well, I'm not sure about all these. What's going on with all these other people I've never heard of, and they're a bit. Honestly, I dived into Mockingbird 2 issues in. I've loved both issues completely, cover to cover. It's so fun. It's so well drawn. You finished it before you realise. It's just so quick, and I'm really enjoying it. And I can't speak highly enough of it.
If you'll allow me to tinfoil hat for a moment.
Sure.
A lot of what they're doing with their second tier characters is they're building the blocks for Civil War 2.
Yeah.
Which is coming in June, I think.
Yeah, I've got it subscribed in my.
Yeah. So I think an awful lot. Certainly with Deadpool and the Mercs for Hire.
Yeah.
Certainly with this, with the Vision, and possibly not that I've read that, but possibly with some of the things that are happening in there.
Yeah.
They're building what is going to be universal changing event in Civil War 2.
Yes.
So I think it's really good what they're doing with these B characters, as you called it.
Essentially, they're not Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, any of the Avengers.
Yeah.
You throw your second one out, and then I'll come up to it afterwards. Go for it.
It's not a comic book. Well, it is a comic book, but I do not hold in my hands a comic book. I hold in my hands a compendium. This is Invincible. Now, you have been telling me for I don't know how long to read this comic book, and I've been like, yeah, get around to it. So I finally got around to it. I've read this. It is absolutely incredible.
It's the best thing I've read in the last 10 years.
Probably going to go along with that, actually. Yeah, I can't put this down. I cannot put this down.
Good.
I had to put this down to read Vision.
Yeah.
But then the second I read Vision, I was like, oh my god, that's brilliant. I came straight back to this, and I'm back into this. It's Spider-Man, it's Superman, it's all the sort of superheroes you can think of.
Okay.
In a completely different universe, takes levels of violence way beyond anything you've seen before.
If I set the scene for anyone who doesn't know what Invincible is.
Number one, you should.
Yeah. The premise at the beginning, there's a character called Omni-Man, and he is, for all intents and purposes, he is the Superman of this universe. He can fly. He's super strong.
Find Omni-Man. Quick.
And he's world known as this superhero. And he's living as a superhero, but he also has a relatively ordinary suburban life, and he has a son called Mark. Mark is aware that his father is Omni-Man, and he's hopeful that in time he will develop powers. And lo and behold, in the first couple of issues, Mark develops powers, and he eventually calls himself Invincible. And that's the main character. And if you only read the first 6 issues, you won't get anywhere near the full flavour of what this is about. It's matters of the heart. It's a soap opera, but it's set in a superhero world. There are tons of side characters, and each one of them you care about completely.
Have we mentioned that it's written by Robert Kirkman?
No, we haven't mentioned
It's written by Robert Kirkman, who writes The Walking Dead, and Outcast, and Invincible. And there have been a couple of Invincible hints dropped in The Walking Dead.
Oh, really?
So, in one scene, I think in the last season, Carl is reading an Invincible comic book.
Oh, nice.
Which is very cool. Another scene, there's some of those little plastic Invincible figures that you can get are in the scene. In that movie, Paul.
Yeah, oh yeah. Simon Pegg and Nick
Simon
Frost.
Pegg and Nick Frost. Simon Pegg's wearing an Invincible t-shirt at one point. Yeah, and
nice.
Smatterings of it have almost got into mainstream, but not quite yet.
It baffles me that people haven't read this because it's so good. There are no words for it. I know hyperbole happens. And I know sometimes we get a bit excited about stuff, but this is so good. It's such an entertaining read. I enjoy every single page of it, and I know you have as well. I'm really pleased.
Yeah, so there are 127 issues. And you're up to date, aren't you?
I am.
I'm on about, I think, issue 70, so I'm almost there.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely brilliant. I cannot find enough time in the day to read it as much as I do, because one issue is never enough.
Yeah,
I'm never enough.
I'm kind of sad that I've read everything
Yeah.
because I've read it all. I'd like to read it again, and I probably will.
A soap opera with superheroes is a great description of it, because it is. George R. R. Martin always says about the thing to write about, the interesting thing to write about is matters of the heart, things that pull at your heartstrings. For Christ's sake, Robert Kirkman has taken that and built it into a superhero universe, and that is what this comic book is about. And it is so good and so violent, so violent.
It's you need to be aware if you're going into this.
Yeah,
it's not for kids.
No, this is a comic book for its mature reading, basically.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go on to my one. My second comic, which is an up-to-date one of the month, best of the month, is Invincible 127.
If you spoil anything for me,
I'm not going to spoil anything.
I will Invincible gut punch you.
I think right now maybe you should just put your fingers in your ears, and I'll try not to say too much.
But I'm going to be editing this video.
Oh yeah.
You scumbag.
Okay, Ben, when you're editing this, just skip ahead for a minute or so. So, Invincible has just come back after I think it's a 6 week or maybe a longer period. You can come out. I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Please don't spoil it for me.
Something happened just before this in 1 through 6. This issue's come back in, and as Ben is saying about the compendium, it's just continuously great. What I found towards the end of Invincible, in the last, say, 30, maybe 40 issues, and this one included, is it just pulls at the heartstrings so much. I texted
even more.
Yeah, I texted you about this, and I said I read it, and it's heartbreaking. Maybe I shouldn't be promoting something that makes you feel sad.
But isn't that what great art is supposed to do?
Yeah,
it's supposed
it really
to
makes you feel something, and
not just the great things, but also it's supposed to make you evoke some kind of emotion.
Yeah,
so
we're getting a bit heavy. We're getting a bit heavy with this.
This is a bit heavy, isn't it?
But it genuinely made me sort of go like, whoa. Anyway, let's move away from that.
There are some great characters in this comic book, though.
And there is a lot of comedy in it.
Their superhero team is called the Guardians of the Globe. At one point, they're very heavily based around Justice League from the DC universe.
Yeah, but then at another point, they're also based around Marvel Avengers.
Completely.
So they do mix it up.
It's very, very clever, very cool.
It's a lot of meta stuff. It's very aware that it is a comic book about superheroes, and it knows that the two big titles have superheroes in them. I think we should stop loving on this so much, because this is going to be like 10 minutes of us just going, oh my god, I love Invincible so much.
Do you know what? No one at Final Frontier gets Invincible as a comic book weekly, a monthly.
It's fine.
I want to flip the table.
Oh,
I found out that today from Jim. They get the trades, but not the weeklies, not the monthly comic books.
Yeah. If you are right now thinking to yourself, God, I'd like to try something new, I'd like to get into some comic books, I don't know where to start, just pick up Invincible Volume 1. Don't have to get this massive tome if you don't want. The first volume is only 6 issues. Just pick it up, read it, and I promise you will not be disappointed. That's our Comics of the Month. So thank you very much for listening and watching, everybody. Where can they find us, Ben? If they've only just stumbled upon this YouTube video, where else can they find the Lazarus Pit Pod?
You can find us on facebook.com/LazPitPod, twitter.com/LazarusPitPod, instagram.com/The Lazarus Pit Pod, and we have a YouTube channel. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, share with all your friends.
Please make sure, if you've watched this and you have thoughts about it, tell us. If you think we're absolute idiots, tell us. If you think it's a great idea, tell us. We really love our hashtags, #NerdsChatting. We love chatting to you guys. The point of us doing this is to get that dialogue. So please do interact with us, tweet us, Facebook us, all that sort of stuff.
Please do.
Anyway, I've been Nathan, and this has been Ben.
Bye.
Bye.